As the first of the two-day ceasefire wraps up, very different emotions are pouring in from Russia and Ukraine, going to prove how uneasy the truce is. Firstly, we would like to clearly state that the ceasefire is not in relation to peace talks. Moscow announced the ceasefire because of Russian Orthodox Christmas Eve and D-Day, so the reaction from Kiev was predictable. President Volodymyr Zelensky rejected the ceasefire and called it Russian propaganda. Then this happened. Artillery fire could be heard from the front line in Ukraine. Ukraine kept up shelling populated areas and military positions, and Russia then retaliated with return fire.
Несмотря на соблюдение сегодня 6 января,
Despite the fact that the Russian military observed the ceasefire today, the Kiev regime continued shelling residential areas and positions of Russian troops. On the Liman axis, Ukrainian armed forces carried out 4 mortar attacks on Russian positions. Around the settlement of Bilohorivka in Luhansk People's Republic, 3 artillery attacks were carried out. From the area of Novopolivka, Zaporizhzhia region, 8 artillery rounds were fired. The positions from which the shelling was carried out by the Ukrainian armed forces were suppressed by return fire from Russian troops.
10 months on, Russia's all-weather friend, Belarus, is still by its side. In another show of support, President Alexander Lukashenko visited a military base in his country. This is also where many Russian troops are currently stationed. The leader was there to visit joint military drill. Since the war started, Moscow and Minsk have ramped up their military cooperation. Meanwhile, fresh consignment of missiles are going to reach Ukraine soon. The United States is sending armored vehicles and an additional Patriot air defense system. Germany is sending its Marder vehicles and Patriot battery. And France has also announced a package of armored vehicles. In his nightly address, Ukrainian president also revealed his call with the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Ankara is ready to mediate in a lasting peace, but peace is looking like a far-fetched dream at the moment. Many experts were worried about how the war-torn country will survive the winter season in the face of Russia's aggression. It's already January and Ukrainians are surviving well. So, with the barrage of weaponry consignments reaching Kiev's doorsteps, the West seems to be already preparing Ukraine for the spring. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.